Good morning, everybody. I have an extensive Corvette brochure collection, and I thought I'd go through them today, starting with what I have of the C3. So, of course, the C3 started in '68. Unfortunately, my collection starts in 1975. So let's begin. So, first of all, the highlight of 1975, catalytic converter equipped. Well, yes, in 1975, I imagine that was a technological advancement. But I think most of us know that the big pancake pellet-filled catalytic converter was very restrictive, and it was used until the 1990s. Now, of course, since 1975, you could still get a convertible Corvette. And what's next? It goes through a pretty extensive detail of body, interior, the new features in the rear, meaning those little bumperettes here. The different types of interiors, highlights the dash, some of the options, and also the introduction of, well, I shouldn't say introduction, because in 1974 the high output energy ignition was an option, and it became standard across the board pretty much. They also detailed the engine outputs. So the L48 was a 165, the L82 was a 205. Details, well, here's the L82 with the rocker cover, the fin covers. And of course there's a frame, and you may also know that this little pocket back here where the rear trailing arm goes into is where they all rust out if you don't look after them. And some nice highlights of the frame and those dimensions. Not bad. All right. 1976. 1976 is just a single page fold out, and there's your cars. A nice little blurb about the car, warranty, interior features, comforts, sizes, power team. Alright, so now the L48 is rated at 180 horsepower, and the L82 is rated at 210, so we picked up 5 horsepower. What's on the back side? More pictures of the interior. Oh, and then the introduction of the alloy wheels. I always love those. And there's a nice shot of the front. Alright. Next one. We move to 1977. 1977 Chevrolet Corvette. The only one. Well, it is pretty much unique in that respect. And we've got some nice photography. What? Those aluminum wheels. Love those. And the white letters. You gotta have those too. What's on the back side? Okay, well, the guts. And of course they go through pretty extensively on details of the car. And again, let's go with the engine department here. We got 180 horsepower and 210, so that doesn't change. Oh yes, the very rare actually trunk luggage rack or carrier, and then you could strap your T-tops to it. 1978 anniversary edition. Okay, and more nice photography. It unfolds into a history of the Corvette, including some critical experimental vehicles and the CRV-1. At that point, Zora Arkus Duntov wanted to make that Corvette a mid-engine car, but General Motors would not have it. So of course it highlights the original Corvette. The first change, 60, right up to 62. And of course the C2, the 63 to 67. And then the beginning of the C3 in 68. That's on the back side. And again, that covers standard equipment. It goes through the interior and details features, also warranty. And now let's get to the powertrain. Now the L48 is rated at 175 in California and 185 in all other states, and the L82 is 220 horsepower. Alright, so 70, 78, 79. No, call out 9. More beautiful photography. The Corvette, the one and only. And oh, we've got a stylized hand type design. What's on the back side? Okay, there we go again. Standard features. And where's the powertrain? L82. So now the L48 comes up to 195 horsepower, and the L82 is 225 horsepower. Where did I get all that horsepower for the L48? And more features. Get to 1980. 1980 gets a new fascia and a new tail. And let's go to the powertrain. Oh, they don't rate the engine. They don't put power numbers anymore. And this is a great shot. I always liked the 1980. I think that the 80, 81, 82, they had it all sorted out. The car was one of the best ones. They were getting heavier. They were not necessarily the best powered cars, but they were the best, the most developed, I think. So now we got 1981. And what's new for 1981? The engine is now called a L81, which is basically an L48 with the electronically controlled carburetor. What's on the back side? Oh, that's not a bad shot either. And finally, the 1982. Chevy makes good things happen. 1982 got a couple of critical features, things that should have been done in the 78, and that is the rear hatch would open. I don't know anybody who's owned a 1978-79, but it's pretty tough to get back there. And there is very little said about the engine, except that it's a Crossfire L83. No engine rating, no power rating. All right, so that's the end of the 1982, and that's the end of the C3 era. I'll continue. I have C4, C5, C6, and some C7s. Please subscribe and come on back. Thank you very much. Bye.